Hello and welcome back to another Destiny 2 mod testing video. I'm fattyhacker and today we're taking a look at the Protective Light mod, which reads, while charged with light, you gain significant damage resistance against combatants when your shields are destroyed. This effect consumes all stacks of charged light. The more stacks consumed, the longer the damage resistance lasts. Important to note that this is a void mod and can only be slotted on void armor. And today, as usual, we'll use the Taking Charge mod to become charged with light on orb pickup. Our test subject today will be the Nightmare Thrall, so let's get our shields broken and see how much damage he hits for. Bringing back the pixel method I've used in previous testing videos centered around damage resistance, we can see that the Thrall hits for 17 pixels of damage when our Guardian's shield is broken. I calculated this by overlaying the health after each hit, marking a green line at each update, and counting the pixels in between. This is consistent to a degree of 1 pixel, and I attribute that to the anti-aliasing on the health, which sometimes leaves pixels that are not fully read and hard to count, or the occasional damage rounding on Bungie's part. But each time I take 5 hits and average it, so it should be fairly accurate. Now, let's get our charged with light buff, break our shields again, and see how much the Thrall hits for now. We can see it lasts 5 seconds, and if you have ×2 charge of light, it lasts 10. With our Sheltered by the Void perk active, the Thrall now hits for an average of 8.5 pixels, which is a 50% reduction. This is an insane bonus. Next, testing to see if it can stack with other resistance mods. Let's throw on a major resist, and go let the Thrall use this as a punching bag once more. Now he hits for 15 pixels of damage, which is a reduction of 12.5% from base damage, which stays consistent with my previous resist testing mod video. So this effect is obviously significantly weaker, but the trade-off is that it costs only 1 energy to slot, and stays active throughout your whole health bar, not just after shields are broken. Now, stacking both at once to see if that has any effect, with our major resist and Sheltered by the Void active, we get hit for an average of 7.8 pixels of damage. So it actually does seem like these perks do stack a little bit, but not in a purely additive way. It ends up resulting in around a 55% damage reduction, which is just a tiny bit better than the base Protective Light mod. Finally, my overall thoughts. This mod is an incredible S tier mod for any content where survivability is tough. Raids near launch, Master Nightfalls, other high level activities. This is an absolute must use and you can get a ton of value out of it. One extremely important thing to note that I don't know how many people know is that from a visual perspective, looking at our health bar, it looks like our shields take up around 2/3 of our health. So one would inaccurately assume that our shields also make up 2/3 of our health points. However, our shields and health actually both have the same amount of hit points. I created a visual example here so you can see the damage taken with no mods against the Nightmare Thrall. And compared to our initial damage with no mods, under shields, it's double the pixels of damage taken. So, shields are twice as big, but also take twice as much damage, and are therefore equal to the health bar. So don't think of Protective Light as some last-ditch effort that rarely procs, but rather a massive increase to damage resistance anytime you drop below half health. And for just 2 energy on a void piece of armor, which is already probably the most useful affinity as it has perks for grenade launchers and snipers, this is a no-brainer for tough content. Thanks for watching, and thanks for the huge support recently. We just hit 100 subscribers, which is awesome and really makes me want to keep putting out new videos. And as always, if you've learned something useful, make sure to subscribe for more, and if you have any questions or ideas, leave them below because I read every comment. See you next time!